welcome back. We are finally doing something with a car in this video rather than construction on this shop. And the car of choice is the Savoy. So you might remember the Savoy from Hot Rod Garage. You might have seen it, or you might have seen it in one of my videos. I purchased it a while back after the show ended, but it hasn't really got its due time out on the track. It hasn't got enough time on the track. So it's gonna go to the track, and I'll tell you why. Hang on, let me flip this around. All right, for those that don't know the Savoy, this is the Savoy. It is a 55 Plymouth Savoy that has a Hellcrate engine in it, and this was built on Hot Rod Garage in 28 days. And no, it was not a TV 28 days. I wish it would have been a TV 28 days, but it was a true 28 days, and it was a major undertaking. You can watch those videos on my channel from my first season at Hot Rod Garage. It was brutal. It was during the middle of COVID. We had people, Dad tested positive, I tested positive. Like, we got kicked out of the shop. We had to build a shop to build the car, and the Savoy was bad. I mean, it was a rust bucket. We cut the whole thing up like we did the 55 and started from scratch. So when the show ended, this is one of the cars that I wanted really bad, because this has a lot of mine and Dad's style to it. It's built almost identical to the 55 as far as stance and everything, because when we built this, that's when we got kicked out of the shop, and Dad had come out to Hot Rod Garage, and he was supposed to be in there with Lucky and I building. Well, then Dad got tested positive, so he got kicked out of the shop, and then I got tested positive, so I got kicked out. Well, then it would just be Lucky, so then we ended up pulling the car out of the shop because they were about to close the shop down for disinfecting for days, and we wouldn't be allowed to go back in, and we had no time. So it was like, get the car out, and get the car out now. Like, we literally moved everything out of the shop, and we were just like, get this out, get that out. We pulled all of our tools, our bandsaw, raw material, crate engine, tires, and wheels, and we put it all in the parking lot with no place to go. And we just hoped we figured it out, and we did. So we ended up having to build a shop. It was in Lucky's compound. It was Mikey P's shop, and yeah, it was built in a true 28 days. So it's only been out a few times. It's got a Hellcrate engine in it because we did this for a project with Dodge for Roadkill Nights. Hellcrate engine. It originally had a manual transmission, the Dodge TRX or T whatever it is, transmission in there. Then we had it face plated. I raced it once with the face plate. It was a little bit better, but then we ended up swapping to a Power Glide because it was really upsetting the chassis. I had a sketchy pass. It was at the top end of Bakersfield, and the car just hooked on me. And no matter what we could do, we could not get it to not upset the chassis. So that was one of the things we did, just with the way the weight is set back and everything, and just the way the chassis is done. It was not happy. But we ended up, the plan was, before we knew the show was going to end, we were going to build a really awesome Hemi for it, put turbos on it, and we needed the chassis to be a true 850 cert chassis. We needed it to actually be safe for what we were going to be doing with it. And we obviously, with show stuff, if you're familiar with it, typically you don't really get that many hours to work. So if we had a week, we get half that time basically to work, because you're doing TV stuff. That's what you're there to do. You're there to make a show. And when you need to meet specifications and rules and safety stuff, you have to, make some concessions. So we weren't able to upgrade the chassis on the show. So it actually got shipped back last year to Dad, and Dad did some upgrades to it. He put this belly pan on it because we had plans to actually race it. We needed a belly pan for safetyness. Wow. We needed a belly pan for safety. We built this wishbone because before it had kind of like a pan hard bar, just a diagonal bar through here, and the rear end we've had a camera under here, and the rear end just moved around. It was just very unstable. It wasn't happy. We did change to a different Mickey Thompson tire with a wider wheel. So we did a wider wheel, and I think that really also helped. So we had this out at Bakersfield for Hot Rod Garage Days last November. And that was the first time we had it out with those modifications, and the car went straight. It was happy. But unfortunately, we forgot the nitrous, so we ran low 9s in it. But tomorrow we're going to the drag strip and we're gonna spray it with nitrous and see what it'll do. Like, it's still a stock Hellcrate engine. We do have a different pulley, so it's a little bit more boost. Can't remember our numbers on that. And then we're gonna spray a small shot of nitrous. So I am very excited to be driving this car again. I remember when we were leaving Hot Rod Garage, it was November, and I knew, I think we all knew that it was coming to an end, but like nobody had told us, but we hadn't been renewed yet. No one had heard anything, and so it's all like, we're all like, we know it's coming. And I remember on the last pass, I just sat in the car. It wasn't the last pass, it was on our closing scene of Hot Rod Garage. I just sat in there as I had to drive it back to the trailer, and I'm like, this may be the last time I drive this car. And it made me really sad. And I went to our producers and I was like, maybe next season we can get it to go faster, right? And they didn't say anything, and I was like, okay, you just told me everything I need to know. So I am very excited that I do get the chance to pull this guy out tomorrow, and we're gonna do a pass with it. The other thing is, this was supposed to go to Sweden. It was actually in the process of going to Sweden. A brief back story. We did go to Sweden, and we had the plans of going back. We went in April. We had the plans of going back in July for Sweden Street Week. It's drag and drive over there, and it would have been so much fun. We come back from Sweden, our plans changed a couple times with like if we were going, if we weren't, like what car we would take, because they lost funding from Dodge, and we're gonna drive a Challenger, and then like we were gonna buy a car, but that was a whole ordeal. And then we're like, okay, let's take Nick's little Mexico, his black third gen he had, and then it's like, well, if we're spending the money to go over, I might as well ship something somewhat fast. So the Savoy is actually still loaded with all of the snacks, all of the tools, everything that we needed for a drag and drive over there. And so it went all the way to Florida. It got loaded in a container at the port and was ready to go, but then the lady that was shipping it, she was awesome, Suzanne, she messaged me and she's like, it's not gonna make it. She's like, it might, but it's not. Like, the ports are backed up. We looked at all these different routes to ship it. We ended up not doing that because it was just, it was a chance that it might make it. But it was a lot more of a chance that it wasn't going to, and it's expensive to do that. And so we were gonna do that, and then realized we couldn't do that. So Jay, who was the guy that's transporting the car, he went and picked it up, stored it in his shop because we were going to put it on an airplane, but the price just got astronomical to like put it on an airplane there and back. And we just hadn't planned for that because we didn't know that was going to happen. So then we pulled it on that, and we're like, we just can't do this. And so Jay just brought it back to me like a month ago. It's been hanging out at his shop. Thankfully, he was kind enough to store it for us. So the car is still loaded up, and Dad's like, why don't you take the stuff out of there? And I'm like, it's my snack closet right now. It's my pantry. So I'm going to show you guys what's in there. Let's let it down. All right. Technically, I was going to go ahead and show you, but first, I decided I had a whole video getting this car ready for Sweden. We did quite a bit of work to it. I'm going to go ahead and put that in this video. So we're going to get a double video. So this is a little bit long. If you don't want to watch getting it ready for Sweden, skip to the next part. We'll be driving it. We're going to Centerville. I don't know if I can tell you who's renting the track, but a group that you're probably familiar with is renting the track. They asked me to come make a pass, and I can't show you what they're doing, but I can show you my pass. So that is the reason that the Savoy is going. Dad and I are road tripping it there. It's only 45 minutes away, local track. We're gonna go there. We're gonna make a hit and then drive it back. We're treating this like drag and drive. We're gonna just see if it would have been capable to do what we wanted to do in Sweden. So anyways, let's watch the Sweden video first. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't want to watch that part, just skip later. Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for a brand new series, and we're going to Sweden. That's right, we're going to Sweden to race Street Week. This all came to be at PRI this past year, but let me tell you, it's been a roller coaster since then. It's been all the way from driving a stock car over there to borrowing a car to buying a car over there. And turns out we're taking a 55. Plymouth Savoy, that is. So it's been complicated, to say the least. Trying to figure out what vehicle we're taking is not easy because we weren't supposed to take a vehicle at first, period. Like I said, we were going to be driving a factory Dodge car because the Street Week creator, Mats Appelgren, we call him Mats, but it's technically Mats, came up to us at PRI this past year, talked to you, and invited us over.
Yeah, and of course we wanted to do it.
We'd already been talking about it. And then he's like, we also have the Custom Motor Show in April. We have a booth there, Street Week does. That's a mouthful. And so we went over, checked out the car show, and we're going to get familiar with everything that was Sweden.
Which is a lot to get familiar with.
A lot. We didn't really know any. I mean, we know the ones that come over and race with us.
But see, that's a lot, actually. We knew, what, half a dozen people maybe that were. So, I mean, it's not like we were going into Russia where we knew nobody.
That's true. But going over there, we had already abandoned the idea of driving a stock car because there was a little bit of change with the Dodge partnership with Street Week. So then we're like, well, we can go over and buy a car. That's not so easy. It's actually very complicated.
No, but we had a lot of opportunities to borrow a car. So,
yes.
There's lots of avenues we could go down. But.
So there was a lot of people that offered us to borrow their car, which was incredible. You guys are nice, and we appreciate it. But then it was like, well, maybe we should just ship something over. And then Matt's was like, I like that idea.
Yeah. So and the problem with that is we've had time to do this, except we thought up to 2 weeks ago that we were going to get a Dodge.
Yeah.
So the time ticked away, and now we're here where it's almost impossible.
Yeah, then we thought we were going to buy the car over there, and then we came back and thought we would ship the car, and then we were going to ship, Nick has a 3rd-gen Camaro that you guys haven't seen, and we're going to ship that, but we have legit 2 weeks to get, now we have like 2 days. We're at the point of 2 days to get this ready. And so his needed a lot of work, and then it's like, well, if we're spending all the money to go over there, we should take something that's notable. It's not going to win, but notable.
So there's 3 cars that you're really well known for. Mm-hmm. The 55, your Camaro, which started everything, but it needs a lot of work.
It does.
And the Savoy.
The Savoy. So, but we didn't even think of the Savoy because at first I was like very against sending over anything that I care about because I'm scared of something ending up at the bottom of the ocean.
And it's still possible.
I'm still scared of that. But then it was like I drove Nick's Camaro down to the shop so we could look at it and get a game plan. And as I was turning the corner, I'm like, got to take the Savoy. Savoy's got to go. So I walked in and I was like, I have an idea and I'm going to get it out before I change my mind. Said we should take the Savoy.
So that's a good idea. The thing is that we know that we're not going to be competitive because it's going to be an unlimited class or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So the Savoy's cool. We're noted for it, but it's not going to be competitive. That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but it is what it is.
At this point, it is very much. It is what it is.
The only thing we could take competitive would be the 55, and we're not willing to do that.
Or do a lot of work to the Savoy to make it more power. Like it's
not.
And then it still doesn't even have a cage. It's an 850 cage.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the Savoy is going probably, but to be honest, at the time of filming this. And we have legit like 2 days to get this figured out. I still don't have insurance on it. I have insurance in the US, but I don't want to hear it. Don't even comment.
Have you tried Haggerty?
I have talked to more insurance companies than I know existed. And I have talked to so many people that are like, it's so easy. You can do that. And you know what? Everybody that tells me they can do it ends up coming back to me and tells me, no, that can't be done. Have you tried so-and-so? And I'm like, actually, I started there last week.
I got an idea. Sick the mag insurance.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, we've had 1,000 people say that.
Sorry, Tom Bailey. Sick the mag insurance is very complicated, and there's actually very few actual companies that insure. There's a lot of names, but they're not insuring the stuff themselves. They're like a broker.
Yeah.
So yeah, insurance. We're gonna get the Savoy ready like it's got insurance, and it's gonna get on the boat. But currently it doesn't, and I don't have the boat booked because I can't put it on a boat if I don't have insurance. So it's quite
Catch-22.
Quite the caveat here. So yeah, it's got everything going against it. It's a race car looking car. It's old.
It's worth a lot.
It's worth money, and it's going to another country. If you could take every reason that somebody wouldn't want to insure a car and put it in a package, it's the Savoy.
The catch-22 there, though, is even if you were shipping, say, the 3rd gen, which isn't worth anything,
Yeah.
and it's a newer car, you still couldn't do it.
Still couldn't get insurance on it.
This is all those things complicate this,
Yeah.
but they're not the make or break deal.
Because right now, I just can't get insurance out of the country, period. And I know that people do it, allegedly, but there's some kind of black magic. So,
I don't know who does it.
They
have trouble coming over here.
Anyways, we're going to get the Savoy ready. And it may go on a container and on a ship next week. And it may not.
We hope it does, because it would be really cool to take our own car that we built and go to Sweden and drive for 1,000 miles, literally, and make passes. How much more fun can you get than that?
Yeah.
We can eat Swedish meatballs all week.
No, man. Actually, we're packing snacks. We're going to smuggle some snacks. So
I've had all the meatballs I want for a little while.
yeah. So if you guys want to watch the video from when we went over, you can go to Dad's YouTube channel, Hot Rods by Dennis Taylor. He's got our whole Swedish adventure there. But we're going to get started on this. I just took it out this morning and drove it because it honestly hasn't ever really had that many street miles, like a handful of miles. So I'm like, does it even cool? What's the transmission going to be like? Like, are we going to be struggling to do any kind of speed? Because it would be nice if this had a gear vendor, but it doesn't because it's never been a street car really. Thankfully I had accidental foresight and got plates on it and got it registered the other day in my name and in Arkansas. So that hurdle's over, but yeah, so we're gonna get started on this. It drove really good though. It ran at like 170. It drove it up mountains. We can do 55 to 60 reasonably. So it's currently May 10th. The race is in July. In order to get this there in time, fingers crossed in time, hopefully it doesn't get tied up in customs, it has to leave Miami on May 28th, which means it has to be in Miami no later than May 18th to 20th, so they can load it on the container. And keep in mind, it's the 10th. So you're like, oh, that's 8 days. That's not too bad. Except the catch here is that the 55 is currently about to be loaded in the trailer because we're going to Chicago for the NHRA race. So we leave on Tuesday morning, which is the 10th, 11th, 12th, the morning of the 13th. So I literally have Sunday, Monday to get this ready and then to get that loaded in the trailer. Now keep in mind, it's not just getting the car ready because we have to pack it. I don't have any tools for it. I gotta go buy, because this is gonna be gone for months. So I don't have any tools, so I gotta go do a tool trip. I gotta get some impacts. I gotta get some just basic tools to get it by. Been doing a lot of Summit orders and getting some parts in. But it's not just getting the car ready, it's packing the car. We're not going to be pulling a trailer with this because, well, we don't have a hitch and that would complicate things. The things that we have to do are pack one, wipe down and coat with linseed oil, which Mom is currently working on. Got to coat the bare metal with T9 because all of this is still bare metal, which it has been coated, but I'm scared because of the salt air that we're going to end up with all the bare metal being super rusty. So we got to clean that up and coat that. We got to install passenger seat, install headsets. I couldn't actually get a new set of headsets in time, so I've taken Nick's. He's letting me borrow those. We're going to slime the tires, which may or may not be a good thing, but it's going to be on a cargo ship for a month. And as much as I love my Mickeys, they do go flat to an extent. Like, they lose air. So we're going to try to prevent that. That's just the nature of the beast there between wheel and tire combination. So I'm going to try to hope slime does that. Because one, somebody's going to have to get it off, and that's going to complicate it if they have to put air in it. And two, it's going to make the straps loosen up. So we got to try to do something there. We have to move the nitrous bottle because it is currently mounted where the passenger seat needs to go. Got to fix the windshield gasket because for some reason it has just decided it wants to roll out of the windshield. So not too big a deal, but got to fix that. Got to put my Arkansas plates on it. Got to pin the fire suppression. Not a big deal. Pack. Small word. Big problem. Load everything into the car because I got to make all of this fit in there. And got to put a driver mirror on because that is falling out, and put some form of a rear view mirror. So this is a much more rudimentary version of the 55. We're going to have a lot less creature comforts, but it is at least already kind of past tech, and it's pretty safe. I anticipate it'll be a low 9, high 8 second car, but over there they race 8th mile. So I don't really have a lot of numbers on that. The last time we were at Bakersfield, it was running 9:30 quarters. I can't remember what the 8th mile was on it, but it didn't have nitrous, so we will be spraying. So, yeah, let's get busy. Okay, I got it wired up. I'm saying this was a shared terminal, so I could pull 12 volts from there like a bus block. It wasn't, it's just like a weird connector strip. So it didn't have power, but so I had to redo it, and I had to find a switched power, which out of all the wires over here, there's not a switched power. It's the ones for the ECU and stuff are tucked away somewhere in there. So I went up to the switch side of the ignition switch and tied in there, and there was actually already a wire that ran across, and I didn't have to add a wire. It just took a while to find it. So now we're gonna hook up the radios and see if they work. Okay, what's your radio name?
Oh, I don't know. What can it be?
Blonde Dorksicle. Okay, turn that on. Turn that on. Breaker.
I can't hear you.
Oh, hello. Hello.
I can't hear you.
I know. Hello.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Rather loudly.
Hello, do you have a volume control? Oh yeah, you got a volume control over here.
Okay.
Breaker 1, 2.
This still works.
Nice. Okay. All right. Now, Nick's intercoms are in Savoy. I owe him intercoms.
I've never used these before.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty nice.
Turn off the power, breaker.
10-4.
Nice. See, now, all this
That actually does muffle the sound.
is to clean up. Out with the red, in with the blue.
With the clear.
Yeah, but it's blue, it's peak.
Okay.
Ooh.
I actually think it'll look better myself.
Ah,
I was never a big fan of the red.
that was David.
I know. But now the problem is the car is kind of known for it, but I'm okay with changing its personality.
It just needs an attitude adjustment. Get you some peak headlights.
Yeah. Okay, low beams, do high. Do high. Yeah, that's definitely high. Okay. All right. Guess what we're doing?
Packing. So, you guys know we talked about this earlier. Talked about this earlier in the video that we don't know if the Savoy is going to Sweden because we don't have insurance. And I'm packing like it's going to Sweden and we still don't have insurance. But there is a lot of hope after today because I've talked to people that I think are gonna make it happen. So I went and bought a lot of stuff. It all has to fit in this guy.
A lot of stuff, because we're not used to doing it without a trailer. That's a toolbox. It may not look like much there, but that's like 50 pounds.
It's 301 pieces. And let me show you. So we're basically doing, this is like back to Camaro days. We're not taking transmission parts and pistons and all that kind of stuff. We're taking, if we need to tie something up, we got wire. That's where we're at. So we got that toolbox there. We got an excessive amount of butt connectors and spade connector type stuff. Big hose clamps because they might do something. Small hose clamps, an excessive amount. Off-brand blue Loctite, off-brand red Loctite. Duct tape, JB Weld, epoxy, 3 super glues, small zip ties, big zip ties, tire patch kit, rope, wire, fuses, because I don't know if they have the same fuses over there. Double-sided tape, electric tape, WD-40, silicone, more butt connectors, brushes in case we have to clean something, more brushes. This seal drain pan, funnel, 2 lights. They were like $1 Harbor Freight for our overhead light. 2 tire gauges, a gas sprayer that goes everywhere. 1 Milwaukee compressor, 2 batteries, a tarp fuel jug, which also has to fit in the car. Detailer, window cleaner, wipes, washcloths for Dad. 1 per night, he can take in for
Dude,
days.
when we work on this car and I get completely black, those wash rags are going to go to the trash after, because they don't have them in the hotel.
True. 1 fuel transfer pump because we have to have a way to fill that. Moving blankets, and then snacks.
Those snacks are for this trip?
Yeah.
For this car?
Well, they're going to transport there, but they're going to go to Meg's car.
Wait, what? Oh, over in Sweden.
Yeah, so they transport in our car, but then these go in the rental car.
Why didn't you buy snacks there? Because you don't want your honey bun to be covered with salt?
Yeah. So I got 40 Rice Krispie, oatmeal cream pies. We don't eat this stuff here, but like I needed something that would keep.
If we're starving on the road over there.
I needed something that like wouldn't rot in transport. We got oatmeal cream pies, raisin pies, brownies, American flag style. It's for the 4th of July. Honey buns, Matt.
Wait, we're a long ways from going. This stuff will survive?
Yeah, because it's got so much.
It's not like we're leaving next week or anything.
So many preservatives, it'll make it. Matt.
That good American preservative.
Yeah.
Make America healthy again.
Matt requested one thing.
What?
Macadamia Cliff Bars. So.
Matt's wants those?
No, not Matt's. Matt Dion.
Oh, okay.
I got regular gum, stick style, because over there they have chiclet style.
They're little chiclet things. They're about the size of my pinky fingernail.
2 packs of Lifesavers.
Good.
1 pack of Airheads. 1 pack of Twizzlers.
We don't have to go through every
I
bag.
just have to show them a little.
That's a little.
6 tuna fishes. 4 buffalo dips.
Rice.
4 packs of mac and cheese.
Where are we going to warm those up on?
Everywhere has a microwave.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Our hotels don't even have microwaves over
Gas
there.
stations do.
We're going to be like warming up water in a sink and putting that in there.
3
Beef jerky, yeah.
Beef jerky.
Over there you eat weenies that stay out in the open.
8 Pringles.
Potato chips.
This is for when Meg gets cranky, because she likes these. Pop-Tarts and protein bars. Yeah. Okay. So I'm
Okay.
going to make all that fit over there.
And it's all that basically has to go in this trunk with the remaining room that's available. Do you see any room for all that?
The back seat has room. And we have to
The
carry
back seat's going to carry our
we gotta
suitcases.
Carry 2 nitrous bottles.
So yeah, we got 2 nitrous bottles that have to go in here. 5-gallon fuel jug goes in there, and our
I
suitcases.
have worked magic before. So basically where we're at is I'm waiting on the insurance people, but we are leaving for Chicago bright and early in the morning. So we're gonna leave this here, ready to go. And hopefully Tom is gonna be loading it on a truck.
Our in-house Russian.
In-house Russian, yeah.
The.
While we're gone, it'll probably be going on a truck, so we probably won't see this again until July.
That's kind of scary.
I know. But there's a guy that reached out that was connected through the lady that's shipping it, and I trust his credentials.
I do too. But he better not scratch our patina.
Yeah. I saw the cars he hauls.
Look.
This is probably the cheapest car he hauls.
It literally is. So back up a little bit. Look how good it looks.
Yeah, it does look great.
I mean, he hauls Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that
I believe
European
his name
stuff.
is Jay Thompson. He reached out on Facebook, but he was connected by Susan. But I said, this has like no ground clearance, and he sent me his. He's like, these have 1.5 inches. I'm like, you win.
This one's 3 inches. His whatever, those exotic cars are 1.5 inches. You can't drive that. I don't know what they're.
So,
But no, I'm getting to my. I'm getting to me.
Show what you did.
I made this seat bracket stuff today, welded it in, welded the tabs for the seat belts, mounted the seats. Look, it looks like a real car inside.
It does.
I mean, it looks like a real car. And we're waiting for the
mirror.
glue to dry up there.
Getting a rearview mirror.
It's getting a mirror. Basically, here in a few minutes, the car is going to be ready to go. I'm actually excited about going to Sweden to drag race. Can you imagine how many Americans go to Sweden to race their drag and drive car? I can answer that. 0.
We are the first.
We like to blaze new ground. And I can tell you this, that if you're thinking, oh, that sounds like a fun week to do, I'll just not go on vacation to Disneyland. Well, you might take a second mortgage out on your house.
There is nothing about this that is cheap. It's not even reasonable. When Tom shipped his stuff over, he shipped his truck over for a fraction of the price, but the problem is it was open. Just sitting out in the open, not in a cargo. Like, there's probably cheaper ways to do it, but not under the
No,
circumstances.
it was in the ship, but it wasn't in a container. It was basically a big ferry where you put your truck and car.
And you got some crackhead dock worker that's
drive it up
literally,
there, drive it down there.
and then he locks the doors and they have to
Yep,
bend them to get them
exactly what
open.
happened.
Yeah.
They literally locked his doors and couldn't get
He
in.
called me and said, "Hey, we have good and bad news. The truck is on the way to Texas. The other car is still in Belgium." I said, "Great."
We don't want that, so you're
So,
spinning up.
Having to pay a little more to get it there in time and to keep it
On time.
safe in a cargo ship. Like, it's getting transported to a warehouse where they're going to pack it at the warehouse, not on a dock. And then it's going to go on the boat, and then it's going to go to a warehouse over there and get unloaded to Sammy and Matt's. We're going to take it and keep it safe.
And check this out. So this car has got what, a total of 50 street miles
Yeah,
you did
we
the other
also-
day? So honestly, 50 or less street miles, and it's only been down the quarter mile successfully a few
3
times.
times?
And we're going to ship it halfway around the world and go race it and drive it. That's the thing, 1,000 miles.
Stupid, but the thing is, it's kind of cool because they can say it came straight out of Hot Rod Garage, and it's going to Sweden. I mean, it didn't get finished in Hot Rod Garage, but like it literally just got bought from there.
The thing is, why, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Why would we do something guaranteed and easy?
True.
Be no
And
fun.
for anybody that tells me insurance is easy, you're wrong. I will die on that hill. Insurance, I have got a week in insurance, and everybody said it's easy
Until it isn't.
until they come back and say, oh, it's easy if you do it in the U.S. And I'm like, thank you. I know that. I have insurance on it.
Well, what part of the problem is some people are willing to lie, cheat, and steal. But then if you ever have trouble and you have to try to collect, that those lie, cheat, and steals come out.
That is the thing. I'm trying to make sure it's truly insured because something I didn't even think of today. One of our friends from Radford, he's helping now currently with insurance. He told me he used to work at Haggerty. He's like, you need to add this policy so that way if a pirate steals it. And I'm like, I didn't even think about that one.
Who would?
When do you think about a pirate stealing your car? Never. So.
Well, there's so much that can go wrong, but once it leaves the U.S. waters, it becomes the property of somebody else. Anybody could take it. I mean, it happens all the time, maybe not to cars, but to container ships and stuff. So we want to be compensated if it does. So you can't lie.
Could be the last time we're seeing it.
Probably not.
Hopefully we see it in July.
Because we might want to go drag and drive it somewhere here sometime. Anyway, until then, our local Russian. See the hair? You can tell by the. That's a Russian trait. Our Mother Day mother and our dog that wished her Mother's Day. She don't care. She doesn't know if she's going to get to go or not.
She's not going to Austria.
No, not to Austria. To Russia.
I'm saying Austria. We're not. It's not going. She's not going to Sweden.
We're going to Meatball Land. If you go to Austria, you go to Schnitzel Land.
Schnitzel and sauerkraut.
Wait, what do they call that? No, I can't say it. I forgot that video that I sent you. If you're a Mexican in Austria or whatever.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that video.
That was funny. All right. So sign out.
Okay. We'll update you guys at some point. All right. It is August 14th. Is it today the 14th? 13th. Today is August 13th. And we are wrapping up this Sweden situation, finally. So the Savoy is expected to roll in within like the next 5 minutes. So Jay, who transported it to Miami, is bringing it back, or I guess it didn't go to Miami, wherever it went. Jacksonville, Florida. I thought it was Miami. Jacksonville, Florida. He's bringing it back tonight. He has nicely stored it in his shop for the past like 3 months. Before that, Suzanne, who was helping ship the car, kept it at her warehouse. So it's taken a while for it has been gone long enough. It could have gone to Sweden at this point, but that's okay. So we should see it roll in any minute, and then we'll put a done stamp on it for this year. Look, and there's the Savoy, finally rolling in. Poor guy. He's so glad to be home. Jay said that this is our car now because he's had it pretty much in possession as long as I've had it since getting it from Motor Trend. So it's kind of funny. I agree with him. He has been taking care of it. It has been in his shop. Okay, it's back. It just didn't go anywhere. It just went on the world tour that didn't leave the country. Just went to his shop in Florida. It's had a vacation away from us. Alright, so I let the car down off my wildfire lift. Now I gotta get it off. For some reason, when I go to start it, something about the Dodge deal, it just kind of pops and backfires and fires. I thought I tuned it out. It worked for a little bit, but I guess it's a little different temperature and now it doesn't, so I'll have to deal with that. But we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that section of the Sweden video. I gotta unload it now. I gotta take all the snacks out. I'll show you the snacks in a second. But first, let me try to get it started. You guys saw all this go in, so I didn't show you it coming out because I needed that for my Instagrams. But yeah, we got all the snacks out. Now I can actually get to the nitrous bottle. I need to borrow a nitrous bottle from Ray. He is kindly going to loan me his nitrous bottle. And the rest of it, I think I'm going to leave. I'm going to fill that up with E85. And yeah, the rest of that is just tools and stuff. And the thing is I'll take that out at the track. Yeah, I'll take that out at the track. But that way we've got some stuff. So Dad and I are going to load up bright and early. We got to be at the track by 8 tomorrow. It's about an hour away. And we're gonna road trip this thing. I'm actually very excited for the street drive, but then I am actually really looking forward to making a pass. Like, I am. It's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna get this ready. I gotta get my laptop, gotta get my suit, and I'm gonna air up the tires. We'll be good to go. All right, we're starting off with getting a little bit of corn juice.
And the corn juice is slow to flow. So back in, 15 when I took the Nova on drag week, it made it half of one day, I think.
Yeah.
Because it plugged the filter and then somehow it bypassed the filter and plugged every injector with corn grindings.
Don't jinx us.
I think that's what's happening with this stuff.
Okay.
I think it won't flow. I could pour it out of the glass that much.
Yeah. So, we're gonna see how it does. Mom and I did put some street miles on it. You have not.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this morning and I thought, this car's never been out of the shop or the pits. But you guys did drive it.
Yeah, because we drove it before we sent it to Sweden. Because we were going to drive it for an hour. We drove for like an hour or so.
So it's got 20 miles on it.
Yeah, maybe 25.
I'm gonna have to report you. I saw somebody grab something out of your trunk and help you.
Yeah, and as soon as somebody walked over here with something, I thought, they're gonna kick us out. They're gonna impound us.
Don't park so close to us.
It's so different. I'm not used to drag racing. We're used to drag and drive, and it makes it very weird.
The anxiety of getting in trouble.
It's anxiety. It's a good way to put it. But it's okay.
Yep, it's all
We can
gonna be
do
okay.
anything we're big enough to do today.
Yeah, there's actually no rules today. Literally, no rules.
All right, we made it. It drove really good. I don't think it had too many problems. It walks around a little bit more in the back than the 55 does, but it's still very, very manageable, and I'm happy with it. I am. So, gonna make a pass. I think we're gonna get one pass. The production that I've actually come with, I'm just here for a minuscule, very minuscule part, but they asked me to make a pass and explain a little bit about racing. And this is the car choice, the weapon of choice, to show them a pass. So I think we're gonna get a pass, or do an intro, do a pass, and then I think we'll pack our stuff back up, and we will get on the road after a pass. You can get in it too, because you said, I think you had the video. I can't show you over there, so, because I can't show their stuff. But, well, let me just flip this around. All right, Dad said it felt weird because we unloaded all of our stuff, and then Nick started doing something, and Mom was doing something. He's like, stop, stop, stop,
Well, I
stop.
pulled up and he's like, you can't park that close.
I mean, it's anxiety, man. It's like we're gonna.
I think we have
trouble.
PTSD.
Well, because if this was drag week or sick week, all these cars would be watching, going, "Is somebody helping them? Look, they're close. Or somebody's helping them." So I'm literally
your
nervous.
drink.
Yeah. Oh, get away!
They touched the laptop.
We've been through hell and high water. Man.
So, anyways, well, yeah, I think we have PTSD.
PTDW. Something.
Post-traumatic drag week disorder.
Yeah.
I would.
Hang on.
Put a name to
Post.
the problem, Keith.
I was gonna say post-traumatic Keith Turk disorder.
It's not Keith that causes the problems.
No,
Keith
he's
just
start-
enforces
Yeah.
the rules.
No,
He
no,
just
no.
delivers the bad news all
Early
the time.
Keith. We like Keith now. Early Keith was scary.
Oh man.
All right, we are getting ready to make a pass, and hopefully it goes good. I don't know what it'll do.
We gotta go to the burnout box and put water in our stinky tank.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 20-year-old nitrous in there.
Yeah, literally.
20-year-old
Does
nitrous.
anybody know if nitrous goes bad? Because that bottle's Jim Thistle's bottle from 1980 something.
Oh, that's 40-year-old nitrous.
We might should have shook it up.
Should turn it upside down for a while.
It
let
could be. It's probably medical grade. Maybe we should sell it.
Yeah. Maybe we should puff it.
No.
Why? It's Friday.
Isn't that the stuff?
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
helium.
helium.
All right, we are at
I miss it.
Centerville. That is this track. So that's technically our closest local track, but it's not a quarter mile, so
Back here.
we can't get full hits. But what we're talking about, this is where we want to come test the 55 probably, for what we want to do for sick week, for getting that ready. So that's what we're thinking about, is coming here and doing some, because we need to test the 8th mile. That's our main thing. So anyways, track looks good, and we're just trying to decide. I don't honestly know what the 55 is gonna, or the 55, it is a 55, but I don't know what the Savoy is gonna do. Last time we had it out at HRG Day, I think we ran 930s, but we haven't sprayed it with the converter that it has in it. So the tune that I have with nitrous, it's a pass from Woodward, and at Woodward it took all the power, but it had a really loose converter. So we put all the nitrous instead of progressively controlling it. I mean, it is still progressive, but we just didn't have the progressive part of that. It was just 100%. So we're gonna spray it. We're gonna see. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if it'll do a wheelie. The very, very first time I had it out on a track, it did a wheelie. A pretty big one. Yeah, I don't know. It literally is a guess. I don't know what it's gonna do, but that's fine. It's cool to get it out here. Getting a little bit of a water box fill up. High quality.
Which one?
I don't know what you guys are doing.
This is the sound of the squirrel.
You should stop. Whatever.
You can go bolt yourself.
Wow. These guys
I
are
just
dumb.
can't stand it.
Okay, so we didn't talk at all at the track, but it's because we couldn't really.
We talked a lot.
We just couldn't talk to you guys. Because we couldn't really show a lot because the media production, we can't show anything of that until they put their videos out.
It's not a problem.
Could give them a standing ovation.
It was a problem. So the Savoy, the first pass was
623.
623, kind of slow.
Have a turd bird.
It's got this like flare thing it keeps doing.
Yeah.
I don't know why it did it.
Then the second pass, there was a couple different variables, and it was a good pass. I mean, it's still slow. It's a 597, but
Going in the right direction. You guys figure 630 basically a 590.
and
Pretty good difference.
it is.
Pretty
And
fast.
I lifted a little bit because I was bracket racing.
As you doing that bracket race thing, I thought, yeah.
I did.
Driving a stride.
I was like, I think that's what you're supposed to do when you.
You
bracket
did, but
race.
you didn't. You needed one more.
I need one more blood.
Well, when you're brag racing, you're supposed to do it before the stride.
Well, no, you didn't hear that. I lifted before the stripe.
You just hit the
And then
brakes
she
after.
thought it sounded cool. So
And then
she
I thought,
flipped
well,
it.
for camera, I
Yeah,
should.
dang, I should
Womp,
womp
womp,
them.
womp. So I did.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because I just lifted. I'm like, wait, doesn't bracket racing, they like make.
Yeah, they womp them.
Yeah, so I want them. So, anyways,
You were just getting practice.
I should have lifted a little bit more because it was a 597. We dialed a 60, but before that, we were like 620 something past. So that was a pretty good guess.
Did you dial that or did they?
No, they did it. We were standing on the line. They're like, what's their dials? I'm like, 6-0, 10-0.
I'm glad you did because I would have probably gone 610 or
Well,
620.
they wanted even numbers. They
Yeah,
were
I
like,
told him we
oh.
wanted to go. I said let's do an even number. So
Like
6.
you could have 620 or 630.
Well, I wanted for the mathematical purposes of explaining bracket racing to those watching. I wanted to be
And
able
the
to.
other guy wanted 10-01,
Yeah.
but he red lit.
Yeah. I did not red light. I broke out, but I did not red light. I
Sticker.
got a sticker because
Show
it
him
was
your
a
sticker.
triple O. You'll have to hold this. A 0005, right?
It was as close to red lighting as you could get on their tree.
I accidentally didn't red light.
0005.
See, I got a perfect light. 0.000.
The triple O.
And this is my 0.0005.
Oh, yeah.
Got a sticker to prove it. I haven't ever got a sticker for that, so that's a first. So that's cool. I'm trying to decide if it should go on the Savoy, or should go on the fridge, or should go on my toolbox.
Should go on the Savoy for sure.
You think on the Savoy? What do you
I
think?
don't know. Don't put it on yet. We got to think about that one.
I'll let it sit here for now
There you go.
with my time slip. It'll probably vibrate its way out of the car. So overall, I'd say that it drove really good, did really good, but it does vibrate a lot. Everything tries to vibrate, at least the windows, this. But other than that, it cruises really nice.
It drives down the road like the 55.
Yeah.
It's just, you got exhaust right underneath our floor, and I really think that's it. It's got that high pitched kind of vibration. All the metals vibrating, my hands are numb.
Dad said he was glad this was our Sweden trip, not Sweden, because
Yeah.
we need a little bit
A
more
week
refining.
of that,
It's a lot.
that whatever, 1,500 miles or 10,000 kilometers, whatever they do. Kilometers.
Kilograms. But we did talk. I think I want this to stay an 850s car. We want to get it in the 8s. But like I said, it's got all the aspects of looking like a cool car and a fast car. And it's not slow, but like a cool and a fast car, but it needs a little bit more power.
Put some more power to a Hemi and use it for back of the track.
There you go.
Because now Nicky Bobby's got an idea.
It wasn't just me. It
And
was his fault.
oh, see, I wasn't there for the whatever you call.
Well, he told me
I-
about how Centerville, how the actual pit lane was the old racetrack, and he showed me the picture of him.
You don't have to tell him your idea. I don't want you to give it away, but you can give him hints.
To what?
I didn't want him
I'm
to
already
give.
gonna tell him.
Oh, okay.
Well, then he showed us pictures of him, and we were standing right where he used to launch his Nova. I'm like, this used to be a racetrack, because I said I would like to run on this surface. And he goes, well, this is the old racetrack, and then that's what.
The old racetrack's like really perfect for what he does. Best back of the track type stuff. No prep, whatever you call it.
No guardrails, no light poles, no nothing, just trees.
No trees, just flashlight.
No safety. Got it.
But what was really cool is it felt really, what do you call it? You know,
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic or something. There's other adjectives. But we're standing there and this car was parked and we got to looking at it thinking, well, this is probably where the tower was. Let me get this picture. I think there's a picture of my car launching right where the Savoy was setting. I talked to Wayne that owns Centerville and he goes, yeah, there's a square out there where the beams for the starting line was. I said, that's right there.
That's
We're
funny.
literally right next to the Savoy.
It was right at your back bumper, so it was right where his front bumper was.
The Nova in 1980, whatever, 1 or 2, launching right there. So Nick wants to do races there. And it would be awesome. I'd be all into that.
And there's an S10 just sitting there, just begging to be bought. I want to buy the S10, get it running, and then race it in their pit road.
It would just be such a cool truck to make for that, to build for that, and drive it around the street all the time.
Yep.
So this trip kind of started something.
Spark some stuff.
We get ideas everywhere we go.
Yeah. The funny part is,
Are you fishing?
my zip was untied.
dumb.
Trolling.
Untied.
Well, I was standing in front of the air conditioner.
Okay. Regardless, I think that was it was a successful trip, and it was kind of cool because legit half of the people that work for this media crew are Motor Trend. So probably 5 or 6 people. It was 6 people that I used to work with were here. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, let's summarize it. We came, we saw, we kicked their ass.
We didn't. So the funny part about this is it didn't start as a race. Dad just declared war when we got
We race, it's always a race.
They said nobody wins. He goes, we don't go anywhere unless we're trying to win. So they're like, okay, you have a test. You get a test pass.
And we won. And we did. You did your thing. We won. So the
We did.
green lights came on your lane, and that's all that matters.
The time slip said winner.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I'd say that's successful. All right, it drove back home. It parked on the lift. It looks good, and I'd say that was successful.
I
So,
like it.
yeah, plenty more good stuff coming up. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Be happy, go fast, and stay pretty. I will see you guys next time.